Hello and welcome to another wonderful video. Today I'm going to be talking about another DreamTime. It's another DreamTime video, guys. And today's dream is a very interesting one because it's actually the dream that I had last night. And it's such a wild one that I thought, you know what? Instead of taking some dreams from a long time ago, a handful of years ago, we'll talk about the dream that I had last night. This dream happened very last night, so it's very fresh in my mind. I have it written in my dream journal already. So without further ado, let's get right into the video in the dream time. So it's actually split into two parts because after the first dream, it kind of transitions into a second dream right after. But anyway, this dream, or these dreams, I guess, happened on the night of August 18th, 2019 on a Sunday. Now, this dream, for whatever reason, I'm some sort of ninja fighter-like person, similar to how, in Naruto, they have, all the characters are ninja. They have, different jutsus and stuff. They can do different kinds of powers and stuff based off of that, like fireball, and stuff like that. And I was one of these ninja-like characters or whatever, and I was in some sort of fight with this really strange character. Now, this character looks really awesome. I kind of want to draw it, but I'm not really sure how to draw it because it's a very strange kind of character. But it's like this human. They have this really amazing outfit. That sounds weird. But they have this really crazy style to them, basically. And they look really awesome. And I'm fighting this person. There's some kind of villain. I don't know what they did. I think they were just some kind of villain that wanted to basically do a lot of damage to this village and I guess to the rest of the world or whatever. I'm outside my main village, or the in-dream village, I guess you could say, and I'm fighting this guy. It's a really tough fight. He's throwing down all kinds of really powerful abilities and stuff because he is this incredibly powerful ninja, and I'm more or less intermediate, I guess, maybe just below or maybe just above intermediate in this dream with my ninja abilities and powers and stuff. And this guy is so powerful that he definitely should have been able to very easily defeat me, but because he's so powerful, he has this weakness where he's basically cocky all the time. He's really cocky. He underestimates all of his opponents, especially me for some reason. Because this is like the first time we're fighting or whatever. So he's definitely underestimating me because I look really young, and I'm basically at barely intermediate level, maybe barely above it, if anything. So we're fighting. He's basically messing with me in his fighting because he's not really using that many attacks, and he's blocking a lot of attacks and dealing very little damage. He's mostly countering and blocking. Anyway, this fight goes on for a while, and near the end of the fight, he uses this attack. And this, I just want to put this out. It gets a little bit gory here, not too bad. There's no visuals or anything, so I guess it's fine. But anyway, he hits me with this attack near the end of our fight, and it rips out my heart. It literally hits me in the chest near the heart, and it blows out my heart. And my heart is still barely attached to my body. Through I guess blood pipes. I'm not really sure what to call them. I put it in the dream journal as blood pipes. I'm not really sure what they would be called. I guess veins, maybe. I'm not really sure. But it was still connected to my body through what I can only describe as blood pipes, not hard pipes or anything by any means. It's still flesh and organ or whatever, but it's barely connected to me. It's on two little string things basically, and I have to hold it. I have to hold my heart up with one hand because if I don't, it's gonna dangle and it's gonna shake all over the place, and it may completely rip out of my body. And if it does, well, I'll most likely die. So right after he does this, I'm able to do one last really big attack, and I severely weaken him. With him severely weakened, he can't really fight anymore, so he kind of backs off a little bit. He doesn't do a full-on retreat. He kind of backs up and kind of watches me. So instead of continuing to fight him, knowing that he's super weak, I could probably kill him because of how weakened I made him. Instead of doing anything else, I decide it's best to leave because my heart is literally outside of my body right now, and that's not a good thing. So I leave. Severely weakened, severely tired. I get more and more tired as I get closer and closer to my in-dream village or whatever. I finally make it to this building, this room or whatever. There's a handful of people there, and for whatever reason, I guess I didn't have the best reputation in this dream, and I guess I trick people a lot. So I get in there, they see me, they see that my heart is out of my body. They don't think anything of it. They're thinking that I'm trying to mess with them, and I'm trying to tell them that hey, my heart is out of my body, but I can barely speak. I'm like, hey, buddy, hard. I'm basically talking like that, and I fall. I fall in front of them. I basically pass out as they come up to me and they like come to me and try and help. I basically pass out right then and there, just as they start to notice that I'm basically dying. And once I pass out, the dream kind of just ends there. I don't know if I died in this dream. I don't know if they were able to revive me or what, but I got fucked up. My heart. I've never had a dream where my heart was literally outside of my body. I've never had a dream like that, so I thought that would be interesting to talk about. But anyway, shortly after this, I guess I just see all black, or maybe I wake up in the middle of the night and I fall back asleep or whatever. But another dream starts. Another dream starts after this. And in this one, I'm in some kind of shooter game. I'm playing some kind of shooter game. And I don't know if you guys are like this or what, but for whatever reason, when I dream about video games in like my dreams or whatever, if I'm ever dreaming about video games, for whatever reason, I end up inside the game and I'm playing as the character that that you would normally be playing as if you were outside the game, but I'm that character now. So basically, in this scenario, I was playing this realistic shooter game, something similar to Call of Duty. Not necessarily, I guess Call of Duty isn't realistic, but Modern Warfare maybe. But I'm in this some kind of realistic shooter game, and I'm inside the game. I'm not playing the game. Anyway, I end up with this feud with some kind of opponent somehow, some way. I'm not really sure how, but after, like, during this feud, I end up with his gun, his special sniper or whatever that he cherished so much. I end up with it, and I guess I stole it. I don't really know, but I end up with it, and he's like, "Hey, give me that back," whatever, yada yada yada. I challenge you for it. I'm gonna challenge you for it. You and the best team that you can find, the best team that you can put together in the game, versus me and the best team that I can put together in the game, and we are going to do a match for just a full-on basic map, team deathmatch, whatever, and we're gonna fight. He doesn't have to win to get his gun back, but if he loses, he has to admit that I'm the better player. That's basically the rules of what it is, and so he agrees to it. And after forming our teams, both of our teams, we decide, we don't decide, but we get into the game, we start battling, we start fighting, whatever, we're shooting and everything like that, we're playing. For whatever reason, I noticed that there's certain cases where when I was shooting like an enemy or whatever, it wasn't actually dealing damage to them and it wasn't killing them, so I thought, maybe this guy's cheating or whatever, but then it turned out that he was using very, very good tactics to kind of basically avoid it, but without avoiding it. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but there was some kind of tactic that he was using that I basically learned of from like fighting against this guy. So every time I run into this guy, I try and shoot him, but my bullets don't seem to do anything to him, and I'm like, that's very strange. For whatever reason, during this fight, I'm pretty sure I'm using his sniper. I know I am using a sniper during this match or whatever. But anyway, that I don't know if how relevant that is. But anyway, the battle goes on for a while, and using his sneaky tactics and making sure that he never runs into me and making sure his team avoids me as much as possible, he ends up winning the game. He ends up winning the game because he focused on my teammates versus me. And he wins. So I was like, dang, he actually won. But I never really got to fight him, so I guess maybe that's why. Anyway, he comes up to me afterwards, and I give him his gun. He says that I did really great because I got the best kill-death ratio in the game or whatever. And this is where it gets a little bit weird. After that, we kind of become friends, and he gives me, for whatever reason, he gives me these a handful of like animal head masks like you would find at Walmart. I'll try and put up a picture of it if I can find it, but these kinds of head masks, they're not like furry heads, but they're like knockoff furry heads, I guess you could say. And he gives them to me for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. And we become friends, and that's basically it. That's kind of the whole dream, or the second part of the dream. I'm not really sure how to describe how like I had two dreams in the same night, but yeah. Those are the dreams. I don't really know what else to say. So yeah, that's the dreams. Like I said, it's a little bit of a wild one. I've never had a dream where my heart was like out of my body. I've had dreams in the past where I've died before, but I've never had a dream where like, I never had a dream that gory, actually, if we're being honest, because that dream was actually kind of gory. There was actually a lot more like blood and stuff like that, but it's kind of irrelevant. That's besides the point. This dream was really wild. I thought I'd talk about it because, you know, I talk about a lot of old dreams, and for some reason, this dream I want to talk about. Anyway, if you want to hear about any of the dreams where I died, go ahead and comment below. And if you liked the dream, go ahead and say so as well. Also, if you're wonderful, you can say so yourself. Anyway, that's going to do it for the video, guys. So, yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, do those wonderful things. Because when you do those wonderful things, you get access to wonderful content such as this. But that's not all. You also get to become wonderful. And I think we all want that. So, anyway, until next time, stay wonderful.